When I came here, I was all by myself, with 19 years old, not speaking the language, not knowing the culture. It was very hard for me. It was one of my really loneliest time, but I'm doing it because the Lord, He spoke to me in a dream. I know it came from Him, and I have to do that. And to obey Lord's voice, not my own voice. Hey Bank Union Church, how are you guys? I am Juan and I'm a professional ballet dancer. But when I was 10, I started dancing, I started doing that until I decided to become professional. And I grew up in a family that served the Lord, in the church, always have, the communion. And my mom always teach me like, Juan, pray to the Lord, talk to the Lord. But when young, I was like 13, 14, I asked God, I'm like, God, are you listening to me? Can you do this dream for me? It's possible. But when I was 16, it was when I have my experience, with the Lord. It was when I actually accept, Jesus, and I become, a Christian, because before I was just going to the church for my family, It was when I was 18 that my first opportunity to go to America. So my family, I have like friends, teachers, my church, everyone like helping, donating for me, like to be able to travel. And then suddenly a lot of opportunities started coming up. I have opportunity to go to New York, Florida. It was crazy. And I was like, oh my God, I'm living dream. And I was like, okay, it's almost there. My dreams almost happened. And then I received an invitation to come to South Africa by the director of my company. I work with Joburg Ballet. But before that, I would accept to go to Washington DC to the training program. But if I going to Washington, I would be in the training program. And when I came here, I just came as a guest artist for 3 months. And after the first month here, the director gave me a contract. He asked me if I want to come back in the next year to spend the entire year. And so in that time, I get so close to the Lord, because in the morning, I was so happy doing my dream job. In the evenings, I back home and I was missing home, crying, sad. And then that last month before the deadline, I remember I put in my heart like, Lord, I want to go to America. But this opportunity seems like amazing, but it's not what I really want. So please help me to choose. I remember that night before, my meeting, I prayed and I was in the window and I was crying my name on the floor and taking the Bible reading and trying to get attention. I was asking God to give me a sign, and you're like, God, give me a sign, move the tree and I'll know it's yes or no, and give me a flash in the sky. I literally did that and nothing. I don't have any answer. But I remember, and that night I went to sleep so frustrated, and I'm like, okay, Lord. And I put my notebook, my Bible there, and I went to sleep. And then I had a dream on God telling me this specific scripture in the Old Testament in Joshua. And I remember that I wake up and I make a note and I back to sleep. When I wake up, I open and I read. And then it came literally as a revelation from God. Moses is telling Joshua, about his new path that he's going to the promised land, that land's gonna have honey and milk, and that land seems strange and it was so strong for me, because Lord was telling me, stay in that land that I'm showing you. You came here to spy and you have an idea, but you will prosper in that place. I remember I called my mom, crying, guys. And I say, Mom, I'm gonna accept my contract here. And she's like, but why are you crying? You should be happy. You always dream to have a job. And I'm like, yes, but I never dreamed to live in South Africa. I dreamed to live in America, but I'm doing it because the Lord, He spoke to me in a dream. I know it came from Him. And I have to do that. And I'm so grateful that in that time I listened God's voice, because nowadays I'm one of the highest rankings on my company in the Joburg Ballet. I'm a senior soloist. I have my home church as a Rosebank Union Church, and just married, so my wife's gonna come to live in South Africa as well. I'm not leaving the country soon. And just shows me how great the faithfulness of our God when He tell us something and we understand and He decide to obey. I really hope that bless you guys. And if the Lord is speaking to you and you're not sure, but when He bring the peace in your heart that you should do this, do it, because nowadays I completely understand, and I'm so grateful to the Lord because I'm here. And yeah, thanks church. I hope it really bless you, and thank the team. Yeah, thank you.